I used to just go with whatever meat looked good or was on sale at the grocery store. But now that I've experienced the exceptional quality, flavor, and convenience that you can get from Omaha Steaks, I'm never going back. They can build a custom food plan based on your schedule, which means less food waste and stocking up on high-quality proteins to always have on hand. With Omaha Steaks in your freezer, you're always just minutes away from a quality dinner. Whether it's Taco Tuesday or a weekend feast. Taste the Omaha Steaks difference and never settle for grocery proteins again. Get flavorful, high-quality proteins delivered by visiting omahasteaks.com. Plus $35 off when you use promo code YUM at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code YUM. Terms apply. See site for details. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code YUM at checkout for $35 off. Minimum purchase may apply.
Working across teams is tough, but Asana helps you handle it. That's because Asana is where humans and AI coordinate work together. AI can spot roadblocks and assign work in a snap, so everything and everyone stays on track. That's how work gets handled. That's Asana. Visit us at asana.com. That's ASANA.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. And thank you for subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I am your boy, 12 Kyle. Man, check this out. You see the title. This is the 600th episode of the 12 Kyle podcast. Hey, I got to say something. I got to say thank you. I had no plans to get to 600. I'm happy that I'm here. But I'll be honest, 600 came pretty quickly. And the reason why I say that is because at the time of this recording, today is November the 2nd. November the 2nd of 2023 was when I released my 500th episode. So to get to 600 within a calendar year is pretty impressive. And again, it's not something that I set out to do because I don't sit around and count episodes. There's a mechanism that lets you know when you hit a milestone. But no, if I told you that I woke up today and said, hey, today is episode 600, I'd be lying. Right? So I'm thankful and I'm grateful, one, that you guys tune in each and every week for all of these episodes. And as I was looking at some of the episodes that I did over the past year, it's a little mind-blowing because it doesn't feel like it's been 100 episodes within a year, but I've also been able to kind of understand the range of the things that I've talked about, which I take a little pride in because it's not a specific thing that you're going to get each time that you listen to this podcast. You're going to get a little bit of this, you're going to get a little bit of that, but you're mostly going to get me. And so for those of you who show up and show out every week to hear me talk, I really appreciate it. How does it feel to hit 600? It feels cool. It feels cool. It feels just as cool as it was to hit 500. It goes without saying that there's a multitude of podcasts that you could be listening to. I think there's probably about 6 million, probably more than 6 million podcasts worldwide. And you could be listening to all of them. I feel very happy and fortunate that you take some time out of your day to listen to me. And so I'm constantly making sure that I have content for you to listen to. Over this past year, you guys know, or maybe you don't know, I also launched a new venture called the Rap Soul Podcast. And that drops every Monday on all streaming platforms as well as YouTube. And it's been a lot of fun. I just started it back in September of this year, and it's been dope. And it's been great giving you that content as well. So I've been busy. But again, it's not something that I set out to say, okay, well, hey, I want to, do this many numbers, or I want to have this many listens, or have this many streams, or have this, amount of money or anything from the podcast. It's none of that because there is no money. And you know what? Let me start right there. I get asked that a lot. Like, the money aspect of podcasting. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but I will say this much, particularly for those who are looking to get into podcasting. If you're looking to get into podcasting and you're looking to make a bunch of money, don't do it. The reason being is because for most, it's not profitable. It's not, well, let me say this. It's not profitable enough for you to quit your 9-to-5. It could be something that could supplement your income, but people assume for some reason that just because you have a podcast, you got money coming from the podcast. Quite the contrary. At least I can speak for myself. It's quite the contrary. But there's a level of expectation that I have for myself. There's a level of expectation that the people who listen have for me. And there's also a level of expectation of what I plan and aim to deliver to the people who listen. I'm also smart enough to understand that everybody's not going to listen to every episode. So for those of you who kept subscribing, who kept tapping in every, Thursday and every Sunday, I appreciate it. Because again, there's a gazillion things you could probably be listening to or doing. And that's just podcasting. I'm not even talking about what's on TV or what's outside or anything. So I'm very thankful and very grateful. What's next for the 12 Kyle podcast? Just more episodes. I'm committed to do the contract again. So far, there's been no hiccups. So you'll get more of the 12 Kyle podcast in 2025. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'll be back here next November with episode 700. We'll get to 700 whenever we do. But it's not going to be something where like it's something that I'm shooting for and I got to get, these episodes. The episodes just come. There's a mechanism within me that wants to deliver good content. And what I try to do is with the podcast is, and I say this all the time, and I mean this in all sincerity, I really want to bring you into the room. I want you to feel like when I'm on the microphone and talking to you in your ears or through your speakers or what have you, that you feel like you're having a conversation with me. Sometimes you're talking back to me. Sometimes you're arguing with me. Sometimes you're mad at me. But I want to bring you in the room. And I think that's what a good podcast can do. And I know this is a good podcast. So, and I appreciate the compliments, but I know this is a good podcast, modestly speaking. One of the things that I love, and I got a chance to experience this both in my high school homecoming and my college homecoming these past couple of weeks, is coming in contact with people who see your content and, who actually listen. Now, there are some who say, man, I saw your podcast if you say you saw my podcast, you saw a clip. You didn't hear the podcast. You saw a clip, but I'll take that because at some point in time, you're going to press play, right? So if you see the clips enough, at some point, you're going, you know what, let me see what this dude is talking about. And you hit play. But I'm very thankful for those who do that. I'm even more thankful for those who stop and listen, even if it's only for a few minutes. That means a lot because there was something that made you press play. And what I want to do is keep having you press play because I feel like there's conversations that need to be had.
My name is Mackenzie, and I started a GoFundMe for the adoptive mother of a nonverbal autistic child. The mother had lost her job because she wasn't able to find adequate care for this autistic child. So she really needed some help with living expenses, paying some back bills. So I launched a GoFundMe to help support them during this crisis. And we raised about $10,000 within just a couple of months. I think that the surprising thing was by telling a clear story and just really being very clear about what we needed, we had some really generous donations from people who were really moved by the situation that this family was struggling with.
GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Start your GoFundMe today at GoFundMe.com. That's GoFundMe.com. GoFundMe.com. This podcast is supported by GoFundMe.
If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner. offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more, and all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRANGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Maybe you recognize this voice. Andy Betterman here of the injury law firm Greenberg & Betterman. For over 35 years, we've been helping people in the DMV with auto accidents and medical malpractice. Get a free consultation by visiting gblawyers.com and feel better.
And so even in these 600 episodes, it's been really dope because I feel like I've covered a lot and without being heavy. And I think because I operate under the mindset of I'm not doing any current events, I think that keeps my podcast fresh. So that means you literally and figuratively could listen to an episode from this past January or this past June or July of 2022 and still feel fresh and still get something from the podcast. It's not dated. And that means a lot to me because I want people to keep coming back. I want people to continue to listen. Another thing I try to do is obviously with my guests, sometimes it's not easy to schedule guests, but everybody seems to show up and, show out for me. And it's always a lot of fun. I try my best to have on guests as much as I can. It's not something set as far as, how many people I'll have on or anything like that. But the people that I do have on and the subjects that we cover, I think are very important. And I want people to get something from it. And even in some of the serious stuff, and I don't really talk about a lot of serious stuff, but, for example, I had one of my best friends, Dr. Jamel, on, and we talked about weight management and wellness. And while that's a very serious subject, we had a lot of fun. And I'll have her back on. And she spoke, and she and I talked, about possibly her starting a podcast. And that made me feel even better because I think she'd be dope at it. My concern to her was, does she have the time? Because she's, top 5 pediatrician in the world. So, I mean, when you're working on little kids, I don't really know how much time you got for the podcast, but we'll see. And I mean, I've been approached by, a couple other people this past year who have inquired about, starting a podcast, and I'm always open to help and answer any questions. And I appreciate the fact that I have people that reciprocate the same for me. Just to give you some idea, I remember when King Germ from the Pod and Saved Our Marriage podcast hit me up when he was transitioning from the part where he wasn't doing the editing to where he's now doing the editing for his podcast. And he hit me up. He was asking me all these questions like, man, how do I do this? And he really wasn't sure as to how to do it. And I was like, Germ, if I can do it, you can do it. Well, I don't do a lot of editing, but he does actual editing of his podcast with his wife, Queen Germ. Shout out to Queen Germ. And, he was very apprehensive about it, but I, gave him my little bit of game, and he's hit some of the other homies up, and now he's a pro. Fast forward to me upgrade my equipment, and I wanted to work on my podcast through GarageBand. And I hit him up about like, Jeremy, I don't know how to work GarageBand because I was using different software. So, little things like putting music under my voice, sound effects, things of that nature. It's stuff I'll do more of, but that's a part of the production process that I actually like. And I've been able to achieve all of that stuff, over these last 600 episodes. In conclusion, it's been a great ride. It has been a great ride. It has been a great ride. I'm just really committed to giving you dope shit. Period. Week in, week out. That's it. I've made no secrets about that. That is the goal. The goal is to give you a dope podcast every time I sit down in front of this computer screen behind the microphone. I'm not going to give you something that I don't believe in. There's been some episodes that I have recorded that won't see the light of day. It hasn't been a lot, maybe about 2 or 3, but I just didn't feel like they were up to par. And it's like, it's no different than, being a rapper or a singer. You go in the booth and you push something out and you're like, I ain't feeling it. If I'm not feeling it, trust me, you will never hear it. Anything that I put out, I stand by and I feel comfortable enough to share with the world. But that's a part of being a creative and me being, someone who cares about the content that I put out. Like I said earlier, it feels good to be recognized. I'm not necessarily in it for the monetary reasons. I don't know that podcasting will ever replace my 9 to 5. If it did, that'd be dope, but I'm not waiting around for that. So my job is just to keep putting out good stuff while I'm here. And as long as you guys keep showing up, I'm going to keep showing out. I'm going to keep doing it. And I always said I'm going to keep doing podcasting until I feel like I don't have anything else to say. And from the looks of what I have on tap for 2025, I've got a lot more to say. So you'll have a lot more to listen to. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for checking out this edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. The podcast drops every Sunday and every Thursday at midnight. Be sure to check out the Rap Soul podcast. That drops every Monday. You can find that wherever you're finding and listening to this podcast. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/12 Kyle podcast. Be sure to subscribe there. Leave comments. I love comments. The great thing about our YouTube channel is that, we have both audio and video, so you can listen in either medium that you like. Hit us up on social media. We're on Twitter X, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and the Threads. And also, if you would like to contribute financially, a couple of ways you can do that. You can hit us up on Cash App, $TWELVEKYLE. And you can hit us up. We have merch. Just look in the description box. There's a link that says merch. Click that link and you can purchase 12 Kyle Podcast t-shirts, hoodies, and coffee mugs like the one I'm holding right here. And you can get these for the low. Again, that's going to do it for me. This has been the 600th episode of the 12 Kyle Podcast. Who knows? You might get 600 more. Until then, I'm your boy 12 Kyle. I'll catch you guys next time. 5 G's. Yeah.
Working across teams is tough, but Asana helps you handle it. Asana AI can spot roadblocks and assign work to keep everything on track. That's how work gets handled. Visit us at asana.com.
If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more. And all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.